Greetings, Coaster Fanatics! Welcome out to another Fan Facts Park Tour with yours truly, the Coaster Fanatic. Of course, this Fan Facts Park Tour is on my home Cedar Fair Park, Kings Dominion, located in Doswell, Virginia. So, of course, Fan Facts Park Tour is where I give you the 5 things that you'll love and the 5 things that will annoy you when going to this park. And remember, annoying is not really that makes the park bad. It's just that you might find it a pet peeve of yours when you go to the park. So here we go. We're going to start with the 5 things you'll love. The 5th thing that you'll love is the appearance. Now, Kings Dominion has gotten better. Due to the 40th anniversary for 2014 and 2015, they've been able to add a lot of landscaping in their park. A lot more flowers, some waterfalls, and just overall make the park prettier. What also stands out with Kings Dominion is that it is secluded in trees. You don't really see that. I mean, Cedar Point has some spots, but Kings Dominion is basically all the time, except for maybe the Candy Apple Grove, secluded in trees, and it's fantastic. I really love that. That is a really good plus for Kings Dominion. The 4th thing that you'll love at Kings Dominion is the food. Now, here's the thing. Kings Dominion updated their food, of course, with the new executive chef, and they have barbecue. And I'm a big fan of barbecue, let's just say that. And man, is their barbecue outstanding. I really love it, especially this one place called Country Kitchen. If you go to Country Kitchen, just be prepared for some excellent dishes, some old Virginian style food, and it's actually really good, and I really enjoyed it. It was fantastic. The 3rd thing you'll love is their water park. Now, their water park is nothing spectacular, but it's actually not bad. I like what they did to revamp the water park in 2015, and overall bring some new food options thanks to the executive chef. And they're overall able to make the water park well-rounded. They got a new slide complex. They got something nice for the families and thrills, although they already have something like it. They just got a smaller version of it. And of course, they have the 2 wave pools. And overall, it's a really great water park. I really enjoy it. The 2nd thing that you'll love about going to Kings Dominion is the atmosphere. The atmosphere at this park I thought is insane, especially at night. If you go on a Saturday, which I know is very rare because you want to stay as far away from the Saturdays as possible. But if you do go, just be prepared that the atmosphere is going to be more lively on a weekend than it is on the weekday. It is fantastic to go. I mean, all the employees are very happy. You got the shows feel more live for some reason. Also, they have a more cool show that they do during the weekend. I don't know if they do it during the weekday, but I know definitely during the weekend. Snoopy Starlight Spectacular. What a fantastic kind of night show. It's almost like Cedar Point. The only difference being you don't have a lot of pyro going on if you just have that one spot with the fireworks. But it's a cool dance party, and then everybody's just so happy to help. I also like how the managers will kind of stay out and shake your hand and kind of greet you at the end of the day. That's something that you don't often see at other Cedar Fair parks, so I really enjoyed that. And of course, the number one thing that you'll love when going to this park is the rides. The rides are fantastic here. They got a lot of rides. They have 43 family rides, which is insane. Almost as much as Cedar Point. Cedar Point has 10 more at about 52, 53 family rides. So they're not bad. They're doing pretty good when it comes to the Cedar Fair Park. And of course, all together, combined, they have about 60, 64 in between that area. It's a lot of rides, a lot of thrilling rides. They just added Delirium. So, I mean, they have a lot of rides, and they have some great roller coasters. Volcano the Blast Coaster, Dominator, Rebel Yell, Intimidator 305. I mean, even Grizzly, if you want to say Grizzly. So that was the overall 5 things that you love. And here are the pet peeves, the 5 things that will annoy you. Let's start with the 5th thing, is the theming. Now, the theming can be stupid because sometimes you go into, like, for instance, here's an example. You're in Safari Village, and all of a sudden you see this coaster called Backlot Stunt Coaster. Why does a racing theming car have to deal with a safari? So, I mean, and same with Intimidator 305 and Flighted Fear. Like, okay, those aren't part of Safari. Maybe you can rename Anaconda and call it something else, because since Anaconda is smack in the middle, that's probably the reason why it's like that. But it's very annoying to have sometimes the theming, like Hurler. How is that themed to a Candy Apple Grove or Rebel Yell? Or not even that, like Delirium. Is Delirium part of the Candy Apple? I mean, it's just, I mean, they name Bad Apple, but they don't name anything else. So, and then moving on, number 4 is prices. Sometimes prices can be a little bit overpriced. I mean, the tickets are not that bad, but it's mainly food prices, should I say. I mean, a Philly cheesesteak here is $15. Like, come on. And then souvenir cups now $25. It's just way too expensive. So number 3 is kind of weird. So it's basically flowers. But here's the thing: this is only for people that have allergies per se. So number 3 can kind of be a hit or miss. But number 3 is basically flowers, because if you are allergic to pollen or stuff like that, you might sneeze a lot, because there are a ton of flowers in this park. It's very insane. Also, due to a lot of trees, there's going to be a lot of pollen. I've seen some times where on the asphalt, you could see yellow. You can see the pollen all over the pathway, and it can be I mean, if you have the allergies, that is a fair warning to you. But if you don't have the allergies for pollen or anything like that, then this will not include you, so don't worry about that. Moving on, number 2 is the layout. Now, here's the thing with layout. I mean, it can get kind of hilly and it's not bad, but it's very cramped. Let me say, this park is very cramped, and it can be very annoying too, because you feel almost like you have nowhere to go, especially in the front of the park. The trees are helpful, but it does overall make you feel like you're cramped, and if you're claustrophobic, be prepared for kind of being a little bit on the edge per se. It gets better in some places in the park, but there are then other places where you feel like you're very spaced in, and it makes sense why you might freak out a little bit of how small the park is. And then the most annoying thing is for anybody that's been to Kings Dominion often, and that's operations. Operations here are horrible. I mean, I would have to go to other Cedar Fair parks, but of the few that I've been to, like Carowinds, Kings Island, Cedar Point, and Kings Dominion, this one is the worst at operations. I mean, they're horrible. One train on the weekdays, the only trains I'll have 2 are Flight of Fear, Volcano, and Dominator. You'll be lucky if Anaconda runs 2 trains, and then dispatching is forever. I mean, there's a reason why the lines can be very long here. It's not because there's so many people, it's because they suck at operations. And even on the weekends, they'll run trains a little bit slower than usual, and it sucks. They will run maximum capacity, but they'll run slow. So, that is it. That is my Fan Facts Park tour for Kings Dominion. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Thank you all for watching, and as always, Coaster Fanatics, keep coasting.